peanut butter baby, peanut butter baby. Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a limp, and I'm here with a video that I'm actually really unhappy to be making. I'm not pleased in the least that I'm making this video. You guys know I love to shout out smaller publishers, smaller distributors, smaller game stores like Gamers Armory, my local store. I love them. I always shout them out for doing a great job, for being good people. Just can't say enough good stuff about them. But on the flip side of that, I got to call it out when someone does wrong as well. And unfortunately, I ran into one of those situations this week with a little purchase that I had made. And I just cannot believe it went down the way that it did. Like, of all the ways to handle this situation, they went like complete opposite. So what had happened was, it was, I don't know where that comes from. My wife always jokes and says that to me. So what happened? I bought a Mantic miniature, right? Mantic Games, like their stuff. You guys know I've got Dead Zone I'm working on, got some Firefight 2nd edition stuff I'm working on, painting, building, stuff like that. And I wanted to get a little Strider, one of those little mech robot looking minis, okay? And I shop around. I wasn't able to find one. Thankfully, I actually found one cheaper, so yay. But usually I like to order from my local game store, Miniature Market. Love Miniature Market. Can't say enough good stuff about them. You know, love those guys. But I pass it around, and then if I can't find it there or at a good cost there, should we say, or, you know, get it with them, I'll check Amazon, eBay, other places. Well, this time I ended up getting it on eBay, and I ordered it from someone that I'd ordered from before and had good experiences. They've got a whole bunch load of positive reviews. And I was like, okay, shouldn't be a problem. They've got free shipping, be here in 3 days. I'm looking forward to it. And this time I am naming and shaming, and it's because of how this situation was handled. So it was Chaos Orc on eBay. So they do the online store thing, sell a lot of stuff. Cool, great, good for them. Like I said, I've ordered from them before and had nothing but good experiences. All right, everything was fine up until now. So I order the little Strider, and it comes in. And I see the package, which is, hold on, I'm turning it around to make sure I keep all my personal info off of this. It's this. And I'm like, this little bubble wrap envelope doesn't look right. This isn't how they ship these things. So I open it up, and what they had done is they opened the package and they had just shoved it down in one of these little bubble envelopes and shipped it out. And what I had figured was that maybe it's a shipping thing. Maybe this is them trying to save a little bit on shipping costs, because every little bit adds up over time, and I get that. Shipping's going through the roof. Okay. And maybe this is their way to try to cut that down a little bit. Problem is the item was listed as new, you know, brand new. And I went back to the description multiple times just to ensure, because I looked over this thing numerous times, making sure that it was listed as new. And in fact, the description said only new. Like the only word that was there was new. That's it. Nothing else in the description. I had to actually go to Manic's website to get the full description of what all was supposed to be in the box, just to make sure I wasn't losing my head. Well, everything technically was there, except it's not really new if it's an open box. And 2, there's this thing called the Manic points. And I'm collecting these little points because you can use those points to get free miniatures. Cool, I like that. And today's day and age, everything costs a lot. You got young kids, everybody's struggling. So trying to save where you can is what you're doing. And I'm real close to being able to get this little sniper mini that I wanted to get to go along with the Dead Zone stuff that I'm working on to film later. And I almost got enough points, and I was hoping this would either put me there or real close to it, so I might be able to get that one for free later on. Not having the box, though, is a problem, because the box has the points on there. It's the old school proof of purchasing thing where you cut them out, you mail them into them, and they'll mail back the mini to you. So you go online, go to Manic's website, Manic Games. You can check out their Manic point system, and it shows you for their different games. You click on different point levels, and it shows you what you can get. It's great. I love it. So that's what I'm mainly upset about. I'm not happy that it got shipped in bubble wrap because I've kept it sealed in its bag for the fact that I want to not open anything except for the envelope itself. But that's not the most protective way to ship something to somebody in the first place. And so on top of that, it's that and the fact that now I didn't get the points, which are included when you get this little Strider thing. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's them saving on shipping costs. They want to save those shipping costs, so they're taking them out, putting them in the bubble wrap, and I'll contact them and I'll see if I can work something out with them. Just let them know, hey, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, I made sure on what the description was. Description just said no. Okay. So I contact them, let them know what the problem is. And a little while later, I get an email back. And this email is saying that the description listed down clearly that the packaging is not included, but the item is new. And I'm like, no, it didn't. It just said new. And I go, look, and now the description is this: that item does not have the original box, but is unassembled and unpainted. Okay, well, you can't change the description after the fact, post-purchase, and then tell me, well, the description listed down that the box wasn't included. No, actually it didn't. My first picture says that it just said new. And not to mention the fact that you can't sell something as new if you're not selling the complete thing. You need to sell this as used, as open box, as ding and dent, something, but you're not including everything that's there, right? So if you go to Manic's website and pull up what's supposed to be included, those little points are part of what's included with the Strider. By not including those, you are in essence leaving out part of the product. So you absolutely cannot sell this as new. But when I get this email back, I'm gobsmacked. I'm just burger, because I really expected them to come at me politely and say, hey, we're so sorry, we do this because of shipping, whatever their reason is, and try to work things out amicably. And I even told them in one of my emails, I want to work this out amicably. I don't want to be upset with you guys. I've bought from you before. I would like to continue to buy from you guys. Let's find a way. And I got something like 3, 4, 5 emails from them back and forth over this issue. And in every one, they got progressively more hostile. They blamed their distributor, saying this is how they got it. And I'm sorry, that's horseshit. There is no way, unless they are reselling like a wholesaler type deal, right, that their products are being sent to them without boxes. That's just not happening. No company, no, like Manic Games, Warlord Games, Games Workshop, whoever it is, does not want their products just being sent out in plastic bags to the customer. That's going to bother people. There's no way they're just getting open box stuff. Now, like I said, if this was that issue, they should have had that listed down right there. But you can't list down an open box as new. Think about it. Think about any game. Doesn't matter what game it is. War game, miniatures game, hex encounter, whatever it is. Imagine you order it new from whatever retailer you order it from, and instead of getting a box with all those components in it, instead you get a plastic bag that has all the components of the game except for one, all just shoved in there. But they sold it to you as new. It was listed as new. You checked it, you saw it's new. And I'm not talking about just the description, like it's being sold as new on eBay anyway. So both points, no matter how you try to do it, this doesn't fly. No one would be happy with that. And no game company out there, no publisher wants to have their products arriving to their customers like this, right? No matter where they buy it, if you're selling it retail, that's fine, cool, good for you. And I tried, I really did. I was trying to be polite, even though I was getting hot. And I'm like, let's find a way here. Let's work something out. And I wouldn't be making this video had they come at me just even keeled and tried to work something out, like whatever it was. But they got hostile, they got rude, telling me that, they basically gaslight me, over the issue, saying that that's what it was. It's our distributor's fault. We don't just have boxes lying around. Did someone take over your minds? Are you being controlled by an alien Karen right now? Like, who do you have behind your desk interacting with your customers that you're going to be so hostile towards them when you didn't uphold what you were supposed to do? And regardless, let's say they feel they're right. Okay. You still want me to buy from you in the future. Say, hey, we're sorry about this. Whatever reason you give, let's work this out. Would you be amicable to this? Would you be agreeable to this? How about whatever, right? Instead, the last message to me was something to the effect of, we'll knock $1 off for the point just to be done with this already. Are you kidding me? In the grand scheme of things, everything going on in the world, I get it. The point isn't that big of a deal. Points. Again, I don't know how many come on the box because I didn't get the box. It's not that big of a deal. I get it. But it is the principle of the matter that I bought a new product and I'd like to get the new product. I don't want to buy a new product and not get all of it and then have someone pitch an attitude with me because I wanted everything that I paid for. That's like going to GM or Dodge and buying a vehicle from them and you find out there's no tires on it. You go to pull away and it's, well, maybe something smaller than tires, really. Let's say the tire changing kit was missing, right? Those little kits that come on the car. You find out that's missing and you go back to them, hey, this part's missing. Well, that's not our problem. It's in the description. No, that says new car. It says new car right there. So I expected everything that came in new car to be there. Well, yeah, but no, that's a you problem. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Here's $1. Can we be done with this already? No. Who in the hell do you think you are to respond to your customers this way? I really wonder if they've got someone new working there, because there is no possible way this company has as many positive 5-star ratings as they do with someone who responds like that to what is relatively a small issue. I wasn't cussing at them. I wasn't yelling at them. I was snappy at the end of it. I will admit I was snappy at the final email. But I started off very polite with them. I'd like to find a way to work this out. And what really got me is that changing of the description. Like, no, that's fraud. That's lying. Like, no, don't do that. Do anything but that. Don't go and change your description after the fact and then tell me, well, it was in the description. What I got it right here that says, no, it wasn't in the description. It said this, and now it says this. There's two different things. So ultimately, I ended up filing for a return. I'm going to ship this back to them. I'm going to order a different one somewhere else and be done with it. Somewhere where I can get everything that I buy. But if I had to make a guess, my guess is that they are stocking up on the points so they can trade those points in for the minis, the free minis that they're turning around and selling. That's the only thing that I can think of that would make sense for why they would do this, because it makes no sense to get a product and open that product and then ship the innards, but not ship the box. It's like buying magic cards and you buy a booster pack of magic cards and they take the cards out and send you the cards outside a little foil packet. Actually, in a way, this really does remind me of Magic the Gathering, the ones that you've heard about. Look it up if you haven't, because I'm not going to get in the whole thing. But where they would weigh the booster boxes and then weigh those little booster packs, and they would look for the special cards, the ones that would slice them open, pull out the expensive cards, and then replace them with some common and like a land or something like that, and then reseal the pack and then sell that big booster box online. Someone's so excited, they open it all up and find out all the good cards have been goinked out of there. You know, you're supposed to, I think in a big booster box, you're supposed to have at least like 2 or 3 really good cards in all the packs. And people were finding out there were none because the stores had stolen them all out of there. Yeah, I would be pissed. To me, this feels no different. You know, now this would be, they would be taking like the whole mini, but they're taking and keeping a portion of it for themselves when the customer expects to get that portion. I get it. They probably don't get called on this all that much, considering that everyone doesn't trade in the point things, right? How many people don't worry about scan the receipt, or whatever this, you can get something. A lot of people don't worry about those things, but for the ones who do, they're looking for that stuff. And for me, it's no different than you taking out a piece of the mini. You took the base, or you took the head, or you took whatever it is, and you kept it for yourself, and then you sent me the rest of it, but then you told me you sold it to me as new. And when I called you on it, you changed the description to say, well, it was in the description. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Let's say they're right and my screenshot is wrong and it really was in the description. Doesn't matter. You still can't sell it as new. It's an open box. Pull your head out of your ass and stop screwing over your customers. I don't know. Hopefully it's a new hire who's really screwing the pooch. And if Chaos Orc sees this and can un-F that situation, that would be great. But if it's the person who's leading this, who runs the company, making these calls, sorry, bro, but you made a bad call. That was shady. Just flat out shady. And you know it. All right, but that's it for me. You guys definitely let me know below. Tell me. Hopefully there is an innocent explanation, something out there that I haven't thought of that would explain this away. I want so badly for it to not be bad, but it is. There's nothing I can think of that explains away why they would do this, and especially that changing it thing. That's what comes across so shady. It's like all you had to do is say, "Hey, we're sorry, send it back." You know, not, hey, if you don't like it, you can have $1 or you can just return it. Okay, I'll return it and I won't buy from you guys anymore because I have no faith in your company. Sorry, bro. All right, that's going to be it for me. You guys put your comments down below and I will see you guys in the next one.